guys. Last time I was here, half of my skull wasn't visible, so I will try to go on this side. As you can notice, I have a perfect grounding tool that helps me to calm my nerves and remember my lines. It's called iPhone. And I want to start with the confidence challenges that I recently had. So I had a one-night stand with somebody. Ooh.
Ooh.
And once we both finaled, the other ex-person asked me what do I do in my free time, and I said I do comedy. And they turned around and said, do you think you're funny? And before I managed to reply, the follow-up question appeared like, and with that accent of yours? So I think power of labels is really important, right? We give labels each other every single time. And I'm pretty sure that after a minute or so of me being on stage, you at least gave me labels like tall, gorgeous, straight, dangerous, masculine, and funny, right? But jokes aside, I will tell you a little bit about my labels that I own quite proudly, right? So I'm British Ukrainian, I'm gay, I'm very tall and very handsome. So those are very legitimate. But as a part of my self-discovery, I decided to kind of remember any labels that people gave to me in the past. So when I moved to the UK 14 years ago, one of my first corporate appraisals had the label condescending. I didn't know what condescending meant. To me, when I read it, it felt like a warm cup of tea on a Christmas morning, or the warm breeze from the Greek island where you are. Something really pleasant, personable, and positive, but it wasn't, because I googled and I realized it's not very nice. The second label that I was told in the same feedback was borderline unpleasant. And what really, wait for it, and what really offended me the most, why borderline? You know? I'm just not very pleasant, yes. People call me social glue, but I prefer to be called social lube, because being gay, I use a lot of lube, and I also convert introverts. You know, I meet the introverts and I target introverts and I help them to open their, not something that is inappropriate, open their wings and fly away into the social encounters and achieve all their goals. Let me look into my material here, which I'm forgetting a little bit. People called me mommy's boy, and I prefer this to daddy, because even with this bleached hair, I called by twinks in the city daddy, which I don't think I legitimately look like daddy, but okay, I'm 41, it's kind of getting there, right? And of course, this moment when you need to kind of like be shocked, act shocked that I'm 41, because all the Korean skincare investment just, I don't like that, right? Like, you know, crowd work is not there yet on my arsenal of the jokes, but guys, I'm gonna get there, I promise, by the end of the year. And I think my favorite one actually is the guy who I was doing the comedy course with. He's like this beautiful, straight, 26-year-old Joe with curly hair, and he called me a menace. So I think my favorite label is being a menace. And it's basically all the straight men who I find attractive, they would call me menace. But it's all sexual, right? It's all friendly stuff and we're all having fun a little bit, or maybe we're not, and maybe I'm targeting you today. But you were absolute darlings, and I will stick to the time because we all want to get home into our cozy. But it's because it's dark on Tuesday.